Hey everybody, Ben here from 30 Foot Drop, back with another Quad's Eye View, where I give you a quadriplegic's view on certain issues or articles that are out there. Look, if you enjoy it, please like, subscribe, follow us, give us some comments. This would be absolutely amazing. If there's anything out there, any subject that you would like a Quad's Eye View on, please let us know. Okay, get in touch with us and let us know, because I love doing this and I love the reactions these are getting and that it's helping to get the word out there. So today I'm looking at an article called Words Have Power. Okay, how to get comfortable talking about disability. Beautiful title. Okay, great title, and it's really good. So this is by Nancy Doyle, and this is in Forbes. Forbes have actually had some amazing articles in there around disability and that I've really enjoyed reading. So let's see what this one has to say. All right, so it starts off talking about ableism. Now, for those out there that don't know what ableism is, it is the term used to describe discrimination and prejudice against disabled people, people like myself. Okay, ableism comes in many, many different forms, whether it's microaggressions or whether it's full-on, hey, I'm a shop owner and I'm going to put steps in my shop and I don't care that you can't get in. So it starts up talking about that, and it's really cool. And then she goes on to talk about how, there's a lack of awareness about the word. People ask all the time, what is ableism? And I find it as well, where I will say the word ableism, people are like, oh, what's that? And it's true, There's a lack of awareness of the word, when it comes to people being discriminated or prejudiced against due to their, heritage background or something like that. Racism is the word that's used, and it's known everywhere. So how do we actually get awareness of the word ableism out there? She dives straight into a point that I use all the time, and that is genuine visibility. Okay? Not just visibility, genuine visibility. I'm just going to read this word for word because I love it. Okay? As is true for most marginalised groups, disabled people rarely have the opportunity to control the narrative about their own lives. When we see them on TV, they're often played by an abled actor and their storylines written by abled writers. Think of Artie from Glee or Sam from Atypical. Ow, so true. So true. Yeah, and it's something that I've talked about before on this channel, how people with disability are often not paid, disability that is portrayed in movies and TVs and stuff like that is often not played by disabled actors. Brilliant. There are also hundreds, if not thousands, of social media groups about disability where the content is actually produced by a parent, relative, or professional with proximity to a disabled person. So why does society find it hard to let disabled people tell their own stories? Okay. We consume content about disability all the time, but it tends to come from one of three different perspectives. First one, inspiration porn. Big bugbear of mine. This is where we usually see an able person do something for a disabled person, and then we all talk about how wonderful they are. We talk about how wonderful somebody is for being a human, for having empathy. Congratulations, well done. This is obviously an American article, but, for example, the prom video that goes around every year when a neurotypical kid asks an autistic kid to go to the school prom, and everybody talks about how much of a wonderful act of charity it is. Or the story about a nurse who goes out of her way to help a disabled patient. That's often, Yep. The second way that the content's done, pity and privilege. Okay? Stories about disabled people's lives to remind us about how lucky you all are. Okay? Stories that used disabled people's lives to remind everybody how lucky they are, thereby suggesting there is less value in a disabled life. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. That's a hard-hitting one. And she's right. She goes on to say, there's nothing wrong with acknowledging the hardship that disabled people face, but to do it in a way for this purpose, once again, turns them into a prop, only there to make yourself feel better. Okay? Yes, life is a bit harder when you have a disability. Okay? Yes, things take a little bit longer, but you know what? I don't do it and I don't struggle at it and I don't put it out there to make you feel better. I put it out there to educate you. Oh, and the last one, patronizing. This is the stories that make disabled people look like children whilst overlooking their achievements and true capabilities. An example of this might be a story that congratulates the person for going on a date or cooking their own dinner, but fails to mention they also have a PhD or run their own business. Yep, I will be honest, I recently got asked if I would attend an awards evening to get an award, and the reply that I gave them on my email was, yep, sure, I'm absolutely fine to be acknowledged. What are you acknowledging me for? I'm yet to hear the answer, but I'll tell you what, if it's to talk about how I overcome my struggles, I won't be going. If it's to acknowledge the fact that my business is booming and that I'm doing a really good job, perfect. And look, this article goes into a lot more about how we can help, around it's focusing a lot on neurodiversity and autism. It really is. And at the end of the day, what she's saying is that the bottom line of how to get comfortable talking about disability is acknowledging the fact that your colleagues will have different preferences for self-identification, and it's perfectly okay just to ask them what they prefer. And it's so true, okay? When in doubt, ask, okay? You're not mind readers, and we don't have some way of telepathically pushing the right language or reference into your head. If you're not sure, ask, okay? It is so true. And ignoring the difference won't make it go away. Yeah, look, it's absolutely brilliant. Look, give this article a read, guys. Let me know what you reckon. It's so true. I find so much of the social media stuff out there falls into those three categories. Thankfully there are creators out there who are breaking this mold, and that is really, really great and to be encouraged. And for those that are currently falling under those three categories, please have a look at it. Engage the people with disability. Find other ways of making the content. Okay? Because without you changing and without making these changes, we're not going to be able to get a genuine, true representation of disabled people's lives out there. Look after yourselves. Look after each other. Catch you next time.